Well, this is it. 9 more days until Mission Impossible The Final Awakening will finally get released and featured everywhere on May 23rd, 2025, which this movie is coming out the same day as Leo and Stitch. Gotta be honest here, I am way more looking forward to this movie more than Leo and Stitch, because not until we got the new design of Jumbo, and I gotta say, it looks really weird, but cool at the same time. So once again, honestly, it's 9 more days until this movie come out, honestly. First, we just got done to do my movie review on the first movie, and then we just went until the part of Mission Impossible 2. So what next? My movie review for Mission Impossible. Oh yeah, the third film. And after that, fourth film, fifth film, which is Rogue Nation, and of course, the sixth film, which is Fallout, and last but not least, Mission Impossible The Dead Reckoning. Well, originally it was called Dead Reckoning Part 1, but due to all the studio don't fancy to put a Part 1 and Part 2 title, and that's why I don't even bother to put my Kim Possible movie in silver part, honestly. So yeah. So it's called Mission Impossible The Dead Reckoning, and boom, your franchise will be completed to the final movie of the franchise. Man, I'm gonna miss this franchise. Anyway, enough further ado. Start the intro and let's get this over before John Wick fans start the stream. Here we go! Hello fellas, what the search? My name is Nick Kick Studio Lounge here, and tonight we're about to do a movie review to the third installment to the franchise, which is none other than Mission Impossible 3. Much better than Mission Impossible 2. Screw that movie. So, came out a year in 2006, came out the exact same year as Casino Royale, and of course the worst movie of 2006, which is none other than The Wild. And of course the Ant Boy. And of course, Barnyard. And please don't tell me that 2006 has been the lackluster year for animated genre. And that's a fact. Anyway, enough further ado. Let's get this over before John Wick fans start the stream. And if I am too late, I don't give a darn, because Coty Media, the movie, is the worst piece of crap I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, so Mission Impossible 3, the third installment to the franchise that it was used to not to be so popular, but due to the box office give this film a huge successful, even this film is the lowest grossing film of the franchise, but not until Dead Reckoning take the spot, because Dead Reckoning came out the exact same month after the event of Barbenheimer, and that was the stupidest idea that Paramount ever did, honestly. Anyway, guys, so Mission Impossible 3. I just, honestly, before I get to my opinion on this film, let's talk about the review, let's talk about the box office, let's talk about the reward, and then we're going to get to my opinion, get the rating, and then I'll show you the upcoming video I'm going to be doing in the future, and then the video will be over with now because I gotta get ready for John Wick fan live stream. So, enough further ado, let's get this over with before John Wick fans start the stream. Here we go. So, Mission Impossible 3, which is the third installment of the franchise, and I really like this more than the sequel, which, man, screw the sequel. Honestly, I don't want to say F the sequel, because F is a very bad word, so we should not be using that for allowance. So thank you, Mom. Thank you so much for reminding me, saying the F is really a bad word that should not be using, and I swear to God, if you say that word one more time, people, I gotta say it, I'll put a soap in your mouth just like a Christmas story. That's not a death threat, that's a fact. Anyway, Mission Impossible 3, the movie that came out of 19 years ago, and next year it's going to be 20 years. Holy crap, this film is 20 years next year? Whatever. Anyway, so even I think that Casino Royale is my favorite movie of 2006, but Mission Impossible 3 might be in my honorable mention, but even this film is going to get some great rating. So this film got a 71% on Rotten Tomato for the critic, and however, this film got a 69% for the audience, which it was mixed, but not as mixed as much as what IMDb did. So this film got a 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb. And just like every single Mission Impossible movie, this film was a huge successful. And yeah, sure. I already know that I already know that the fact that Mission Impossible 3 is the lowest grossing movie of the series back then, but not until you got Dead Reckoning. And Dead Reckoning just took, honestly, prove me I'm wrong, but let me know in the comment that Dead Reckoning is the lowest grossing movie of the series, or Mission Impossible series. Mission Impossible 3. Sorry about my grammar error. Sorry about that, guys, because that's a part of your special need, darn it. So Mission Impossible 3 is a box office success. During to the review, it was mixed, honestly. So the other sequel in the series, the film was grossed for $398.5 million worldwide on a budget of the $150 million budget. And however, its domestic gross was lower than Mission Impossible 2. How on earth that Mission Impossible 2 made more money than Mission Impossible 3? What the frick? And of course, Mission Impossible 3 is the lowest grossing movie of the series, and it was also weaker than the other film in 2006. Or in the 2000, I don't know, because... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a second. Mission Impossible 3. The film grossed over... hold a minute. I'm really thinking I just pronounced it wrong. So, Mission Impossible 3, here's the real box office. The film, grossed over $398 million worldwide and becoming the 8th highest grossing film of 2006. So, I'm very sorry I was focused on our AI typing, which... Oh crap, I gotta hurry up. And of course, this film got a reward, and I just don't feel like scrolling down, but if you want to look at it, guys, I will definitely send you guys a link, and you can check it out to yourself. So, I just don't fancy to look at it. But if you want me to look at it real quick, here. Yep, just like every single Mission Impossible movie, this film does got a reward for action peak. Well, even this film is not peak because it still has some flaws. So, what do I think about Mission Impossible 3? A huge step up after the terrible sequel that came out in the 2000. Even I think Battlefield 3 is got to be one of the worst pieces of crap I ever seen in the 2000. But Mission Impossible 2 is in a close second because I freaking hate that movie. Anyway, but Mission Impossible 3, honestly, this film was a great follow-up to the god-awful sequel that nobody gave a darn about and nobody asked for the crap. So, yeah. So, do I have any flaws about this film? Absolutely, I do, actually. Honestly, guys, so the pacing in this film can be kind of rough, honestly, and I honestly did not like the villain. Like, can we ever get a fantastic villain in these franchise? Well, hey, look at the bright side. At least the movie that came out 14 years ago, at least you got some well-done villain. So, who's the villain in the fourth film, anyway? Oh, yeah, this guy. Now this guy is peak. So, at least 2011, because honestly, I will be talking about this film on my next review tomorrow, along with my movie rant to one of the worst movie of 2005, which I don't want to think about it yet. Tomorrow, maybe we'll see. So, yeah, guys. So, I did not like Owen. Owen's got to be one of the weakest character. Honestly, at least it's way better than the villain in the second film. The villain in the second film was such a crap hole. But the villain in this film is kind of weakest, but at least it's way better than the villain that we got in the 2000, which is Mission Impossible 2, meant to say. And anyway, and honestly, guys, so the last flaws I can give for this film, I honestly don't think the story is really good, honestly. Like, sometimes the story can be choppy and lazy, but at the same time, I already know this is a third installment and they have to build the story. So overall, I'm not a huge fan of the story. I'm not a huge fan of the pacing. And I'm just not a huge fan of the villain. But if you like the villain, more power for you. But for me, not so much. So Tom Cruise, honestly, let's get the positive. So Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, I gotta say, but once again, he's a great character. But my favorite character in this film, what's another than this chick right here. This chick right here, she's got to be one of my favorite female character crush of the series and one of my second favorite female character crush I ever seen in 2006, along with that chick from Casino Royale. Yeah, Julia is got to be one of my favorite characters of Mission Impossible movie because she is such a beauty. But not until you got a new character from Dead Reckoning. Not Paris, but the other one. So yeah. No, people, I'm not talking about my friend Paris. Like, I would be embarrassing. No, I'm talking about the Paris, the actress that she played by the same actress that she was in, what's that movie called again? Oh yeah, Guardian of the Galaxy. Oh my goodness. Every single time I say that title, I always stutter, and I hate my stuttering so much. And of course, the action scene in this film, and yeah, sure, it can be like a shaky cam action scene, but I gotta say, at least it's way better than watching every single At least it's way better than watching At least it's way better than watching every single freaking action scene in Battlefield 2. Watch that action scene, man. My ears bleed. And of course, one of my favorite action scenes in this film, like, you already know, it's in the poster, don't it? Which another than the bridge scene. The bridge scene has got to be one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie because and that scene has got to be one of my top 5 favorite moment of the franchise and one of my top 10 favorite moment of all time. Well, maybe on top 20 or top 30, but once again, the bridge scene was peak. And of course, the climax was very underrated, which honestly, guys, I just don't get why people hate the climax. But honestly, guys, if you don't like the climax, once again, more power for you because I don't want to bash your opinion because who you think I am, Alex 2.0? That's what I thought. Anyway, guys, so I really enjoyed the climax. The climax is pretty dope, I do admit. It's very underrated. It's got to be one of the most underrated climax I ever seen for this franchise, so yeah. And of course, the ending was really good, honestly. But not until after 14 years later, you got the full film. And like I said, that film is peak. Peak as awesomeness. So overall, guys, Mission Impossible 3 is a great follow-up to that god-awful sequel, and this film gives us a huge apology of what happened in the 2000s. Man, screw the Mission Impossible 2, screw the box office, and I gotta say, that review of the movie does not lie, because that has got to be one of the worst sequel I ever seen. Honestly, it might be in the top 10, but I don't know. I seriously doubt that. So, doing to John Wick fan is starting the stream. I got 7, so I gotta hurry up. So, I'm gonna give this film a 8 out of 10. It's a great movie and great film at the same time. So, hey guys, that was my movie review on Mission Impossible 3. So tell me about your opinion on this great film on the comment section below. Think it's good, think it's bad, think it's mediocre, think it's best, think it's worst. Comment below and let me know. And stay tuned. Right now, I'm going to be joining the John Wick fan live stream. We're going to be watching one of the worst movie ever made, which is another thing called Team Media the Movie. God mercy is on this all, and I am not excited. If I miss some part of the movie, I honestly don't give a darn because Call Team Media the movie, honestly, God, oh my god, that phone, go ahead and kiss my butt out right here because screw that movie, and Matthew, you're the biggest pedophile I've ever seen in my life. You was just like Cuties. You know what? Let's not compare that film to Cuties, which that was an insult. Anyway, honestly, I don't care. Anyway, guys, so stay tuned for my movie rant to one of the worst movies of 2005, which is another than Yours, Mine, and Ours. No, not Yours, Mine, and Mine, just like the SpongeBob episodes. No, I ain't talk about that crap. And of course, stay tuned for my movie review leading up to the Final Awakening. Leading up to the Final Awakening. Sorry about my grambled. Which another Mission Impossible 4, the very first Mission Impossible movie, or peak. So hey guys, so this is Nick Hicks Studio Lounge starting off, and I gotta say, Mission Impossible 3, not bad, but Mission Impossible 2, once again, go fix yourself.